Okay, guys, so this is class 17 and week 17. And I'm recording this because we didn't have a class this week. Um, so, and I wanted to know if I will be able to give class on today's Monday and tomorrow Tuesday. So I had promised these two times, but if there is some office work going on, then I won't be able to do that. So that's why I'm recording a few topics here to cover this week's video. So let's get going with that. Um, so last episode, what we were doing was anti-malware policies. What is malware? What is zero-hour auto purge? We talked about all that. So let's go ahead with the next thing. So I'm going to go down to, so first I'm in Exchange Admin Center, and then I'm going down to other features. And we were going through auditing, data loss prevention, retention policies, retention tags, journal rules, malware filter. So there's connection filter, then there is spam filter as well. I think we kind of covered that, but connection filter, if we go for that, so if it opens today, and it's trying its best to open right now, and shoot. If you do the mouse like this, sometimes it starts, working. But if you do it horizontal, it may even go faster. See, our services aren't available right now. We're working to restore all services as soon as possible. Are you kidding me? Microsoft is down when I'm trying to cover the class. Are you seriously serious? Okay, why don't we try something else? Retention policy, data loss prevention. So if I go compliance, it opens. So what is going on with that thing? Okay, let's go back here. Yes, the purview opens. I'll just close that again. I'm going to go back to connection filter. Okay, yeah, I did. I opened compliance. Now I'm opening security, right? So first I'll just open the same thing. And there you go. It opens. Yay. Okay, so let's keep going ahead. Now, this is connection filter. Kind of, we talked about all that, right? Because if we go ahead, um, we have talked about this, and I have a latest technology to confirm that as well. What is the latest technology? Well, the last week video, right? So I can just go back and yeah, we did that. I was sure we did that. Okay, so yeah, it was. I'll go back here. So that was in last episode. I'm going to go back to Exchange Admin Center, and that's where quarantine. So we're going to cover actually quarantine today, and then whatever else we can cover. So I'm going to go to quarantine here. Now, quarantine is where the emails are stopped actually, and separated from the Exchange environment. So, well, I have no email that fits the criteria of a spam, or it fits the criteria. If I go to, if I go to email and collaboration, then go to policies and rules here, right? And then I go for threat policies here. So, if there is phishing related activity detected, then quarantine will be in place. If there is spam, if there's malware, if it's unsafe attachments, unsafe links, right? So any kind of threat is there, then the quarantine kicks in and quarantines the files, right? So there's a little more here as well. And it talks about these messages were quarantined because they were classified as malware, spam, phishing, bulk, because of a mail flow rule, transport rule in your organization, right? So any, you could just create a transport rule as well that, okay, if any um, email contains a message from this IP or this domain or that sender, then simply quarantine it. So we can actually make a transport rule there as well. Other than that, if there is malware detected, spam detected, phishing, or bulk email, or because of a mail flow rule, right? So we can actually give it a test with a mail flow rule because I don't want to spam anything. I don't have a malware. Pet malware, that is. I don't do fishing as well. I used to have fish aquarium at home. I really love fish. Once I had a crab as well. So yeah, everyone else was scared to death, and I was so much loving it. How about an alligator? I'm thinking about it, but I'm scared to death myself of alligator. But I do love fish and some of the type of pets. I do have parrots as well. I love birds. Okay, what am I talking about? Yeah, so fishing, if it's fishing or bulk, or because of a mail flow rule. So I don't have all that, but yes, I can try with this mail flow rule. So how about it? Yeah. So review the messages and decide whether you want to release them to one or more of the intended recipients, right? So this means that if any of those things happen, malware, spam, phishing, bulk, or bulk emails, right? We talked about that, and or mail flow rule. Because of that, if it is up here, you can then the release button here as well, or approve release is also there. So approve the release and the release, deny release, right? Delete messages, preview messages. You can even preview that carefully. You should not be the cause of spreading malware, spam, phishing, right? So that's quarantine, and I'm just gonna add that to here, and that's about quarantine. And yeah, I'll just open the link as well, so it's a good read, and I'll just put it there in the chat as well. It's thinking of opening. All right, so it decided to open. Um, thank God it decided to open today. So I'll accept the cookies and Control C here, and I'll take that as a good read for quarantine, right? So, well, let's make quarantine happen, right? Just to test how it looks like. So if quarantine is successful, then a message should land here, right? So what about creating mail flow rule? I'm just going to go to rules here, and there's a rule. So add a rule and create a new rule. So if uh, quarantine test, apply this rule if, right? If the sender is someone, um, okay, is this person. If the sender is this person, member of this group. Okay, I'll just go for is this person, then I have to open that email as well. So maybe Alex. Maybe there's another policy. So how about Justin Bieber? So if the sender is Justin Bieber, then do what? Do the following. Do they have anything related to what we are looking for? Forward the message for approval, redirect message to block the message, add recipients, add apply disclaimer, modify the message properties, modify the message security, prepend the subject of the messages with, notify the sender with the policy tip, generate incident report, and send it to, notify the recipient with the message. Okay, redirect the message to, may have it, I guess. I don't think so. Oh, there you go. Hosted quarantine. Redirect the message to hosted quarantine, right? Not sure why they put hosted, but yeah, that is supposed to be deliver message to spam quarantine mailbox. Okay. So we can have a quarantine mailbox as well, or a mailbox that is dedicated for something, some kind of messages that are separated, that are not going to be spread ahead, right? So I'm just going to go for this pencil sign here, and I'll click that, and click, 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 click. Okay, it's not taking anything. So this means that um, there's nothing further to be added here. And I'm expecting the message to actually land into quarantine here. So I'm going to go ahead. So I'm going to send an email from Justin Bieber to administrator, and because of the rule, it should simply land in the quarantine mailbox. So which is supposed to be that quarantine uh, section here, right? Okay, so stop the processing more rules, defer the message if rule processing doesn't complete. Yeah, I just want to enforce that, right? And severity is, yeah, it's quarantining, so there's something fishy, medium or high. We can say high actually. That sender is high on something. Okay, so finish. I'm just gonna finish this, and then do it done. So that rule is in action. Status is, was it disabled? Oh, if you enable it still. God, I saw that. Okay, so rule is now enabled as well, and I'm gonna go ahead with the new private window, and I'm gonna open portal.office.com, and I'm gonna do that, page opener thing, vertical mouse move, or horizontal mouse move, right? Is that horizontal and what is vertical? Oh, okay, anyway. So yeah, Justin Bieber beeps. Okay, so here I'm gonna go for, well, Exchange Admin Center. I'm there, mailbox, and actually I had Justin's account copied. For now, I'm not updating it now. Okay, Justin Bieber. So this is the username, and so this is the username, right? So oh, where was I? Yeah, here. And this is the password. So I'm gonna go to Z's guy here, sign in. More information required. Next. Come on, log in. Then I could send an email, and that email should land in quarantine, right? According to the rule that we created. So it's kind of logging in account.activedirectory.windows.azure.com, and one day, Monday or Sunday, it's gonna log in. Yep, there you go. So I can, it's saying multi-factor authentication, enable it. I'm just skipping it, and then yeah, I'll stay signed in. And now according to the rule, whatever email comes from Justin Bieber JB here, right, is supposed to redirect the message to quarantine, right? So I'm just gonna go for Outlook here, look out for Outlook, and when it opens, one day, Monday or Sunday, and next, okay, it's asking for authentication again. It's recommending to implement multi-factor authentication. I'll skip again. In production environment, I would make it mandatory to put that. And yeah, finally I'm inside the mailbox of Justin Bieber, who has that rule implemented. So I just click the new, and then I'm sending it to the locally logged in user. I'm a admin, and I'll just go for test quarantine, and yeah, so I'll send the message, and well, um, did it reach? No, so this is my locally logged in user, right? Or currently logged in user, I'm an admin, right? So I'm going to go to the Outlook of I'm an admin, and I'm expecting that email to be in quarantine instead of the mailbox here. So I'm opening the mailbox and still checking quarantine and refreshing it as well. That was it quarantine according to the rule. Did the rule implement right away? Will it take time? Or did it reach here? Mailbox. Where I sent it. So it was test quarantine email, right? So mailbox, I don't find it here. Junk mail? No. Junk mail, nothing. Inbox, no. Quarantine, actually no here as well, but I refreshed it and refreshed it. Files, if there were any files, team messages, if there were any teams messages as well, that could be quarantined as well. Um, so it could be that we are expecting the rule to implement right away, but it's not showing. I'll just go for the browser-based refresh as well. And browser-based refreshed, I put there. Um, so one day, Monday or Sunday. Okay, did it arrive here? No, not even here. Hey, maybe there's another rule I implemented, so I'm just gonna go for a new user as well and actually put the rule there on a new user because I've been using Justin Bieber for many other things, right? Many other type of rules. So I'm gonna go for totally someone new. Lydia Holloway. I hope I didn't use Nestor Wilk. I haven't used that. I'm sure about that. And this user has a license. Okay, so I'm gonna go for okay, Pradeep Gupta. Let's go for Pradeep Gupta and Pradeep G. And oh, I need his password. So for that, I need to go to his Active Directory account and reset the password and get the new password. Where is it's gonna be admin center, not the exchange center. Then I'm gonna go to users, then I'm gonna go to active users, then I'm gonna go for Pradeep Gupta here. I'll just reset the password here. Even there's a picture here as well. Reset. Okay, so there's the username password that I'm going to store in Notepad plus, and then I'll grab this guy here. I'm gonna go to oh, whoa, what happened? What happened? I heard a ding. So it could be that um I received an email. This means if I received an email, you know what? Then this means that oh, well, it has been created. No, it's an email for account create. So I didn't receive an email, but it didn't reach there. Then it should be in the quarantine. Unless there is another policy, I do suspect that I did use Justin Bieber account for many policies, so it could be some other policy, right? Maybe there's an approval policy there, and it's waiting for approval with the third account, right? So I'll just go for a totally new guy here. There it is, Pradeep, and I have the username password now for Pradeep, so I'll just log out from um, JB. I'll just log out from sign out from Justin and Bieber. Okay, so it's out and I want another account in. So there you go, Pradeep Gupta. And okay, so I'm logging in from this, but I haven't used this account or I haven't that added that account in the rules. So I'll just go back here, go to the mail flow rule again, and message trace, not message trace, the rules, and then I'm gonna go for that quarantine test rule again. Edit rule conditions. If the user is not Justin but Pradeep, right? So Deep Gupta, save, and done. Okay, so now it's the rule has changed. It's enabled, and I'm gonna send an email from Pradeep. So they're asking for MFA. I'm saying skip setup for now, and let me log in from Pradeep's account, and I'm gonna open his Outlook. Come on, move it, move it. Okay, totally new account. Yeah, sure. I click somewhere else. No, it says go through the introduction or else. Okay, Outlook. And yeah, it needs MFA implemented, and I am still avoiding it. Skip setup. Yeah, I'll let him stay logged in to the browser for longer time. Go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so the rule is implemented on Pradeep that any email coming from Pradeep should land in quarantine. So um, I'm sending an email to quarantine one. I'm sending an email to my logged in user already, currently logged in user, and I sent it. The rule says if the sender is Pradeep, then quarantine the message. So there is my mailbox where I'm not expecting that email, although I sent it here, and there's that quarantine, that's where I'm expecting it, right? So did the rule work? Refresh, and it's testing, it's checking. Nope, fairly new mailbox, and I am in my currently logged in box as well. I'm just gonna refresh that. If the email is, that was sent to this mailbox arrives here, if it doesn't arrive here, then rule could process it and it could be sent to quarantine. Again, I have a suspicion of that wording spam mailbox. So what I can do is I can go back here and check it out. It could take time, and it happened many times that we wanted to, we expected that rule much faster, and it not arrive that fast. Uh, if I just go for one more here and explore something else here, block the message, add recipient, apply disclaimer, modify the message properties, modify the message security. What does modify the message security means? Apply blah 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 encryption and write protection, TLS encryption, OME messages, remove OPS encryption and write protection applied by the organization, remove attachment rights protection. Okay, yeah, this is applying security. There's another one, message properties and recipient forwarded, redirected. There was another one that I generate incident report and send it to. Yeah, this one. Generate an incident report and send it to, specify the recipient and the content. No. They will notify the recipient with a message, notify the sender, policy tip, prepare the subject of the message with, modify the message security, and recipient will return message to forward the message for approval. If I go for modify the message to, message classification, nope. So I'm just removing that. I just click that. So it's still hosted quarantine. That seems to be the best option. Still save. Although I undo that change. So refresh here. I've clicked that. It didn't reach here. It could be, no, it may take some more time. Um, so I can explore the rule further because there were other options in the rule that were also, landing this to conditions again. No, there was, I saw one or two places there. Message properties contains this, apply to all messages. Subject to body and attachment. There was a setting here that sent it to. I'll still explore more because I'm while I'm waiting for this, and so there could be two reasons. One is I'm just expecting it too soon. In fact, let me just confirm that too. That if quarantine rule is implemented, how long does it take to implement, right? So I'll just ask our best buddy here. Mail flow rule takes how much time to implement in Exchange Admin Center? Yeah, it takes time to implement mail flow rule, can vary depending on several factors, including the complexity of the rule, the number of conditions and exceptions. You need to configure and your familiarity with the admin center interface. In general, creating a simple mail flow rule can be done relatively quickly, while more complex rules take much more longer setup. Yeah. So some rules may take time, some rules may not. Okay, not much here. Okay, and terminology for this to spam quarantine folder. So I'm just gonna go for this. I don't know why I'm not able to edit this further. Okay, edit is for this, but not for this, right? So deliver message to spam quarantine mailbox. It's clearly saying mailbox, and that page is not a mailbox. Configure spam. Ugh. Okay, sorry. Uh, so I did a search, and the search is saying, "Hey, create a mailbox, quarantine mailbox, and send it there." Okay. Configure a spam quarantine mailbox and configure Exchange server. What do you need to know before you begin? Verify content filtering is enabled. I create a dedicated mailbox for spam quarantine. Specify the spam quarantine mailbox. Okay. Messages determined to be spam by the content filter agent can be redirected to a spam quarantine mailbox. If the spam confidence level quarantine threshold is enabled, all messages that are quarantined are wrapped as non-delivery reports, also known as NDRs delivery. Okay, guys. So what it says here, and yes, this is what I was not really um, talking about, and that is content filtering is if your content fits the rules, then it's going to be quarantined. Otherwise, it's not. So that was not a simple and straightforward kind of test here to make something quarantine faster. So content filtering, even if we enable, so it says that enable content filtering, then create a mailbox and mention that if the quarantine, if through the content filtering, if the confidence level, spam confidence level increases and it decides that, okay, this message has to be quarantined, then it will quarantine that message, right? And it's going to send that to your reserved mailbox. You can just name it anything. It's just a normal user mailbox, right? So what I'm gonna do how else can we quickly test quarantine? Although it just works, I could have just gone from here. Hey, you enable it, and if there's spam, yeah, it's gonna work. I mean, my company quarantine mailbox is kind of full. Or this page, it has a lot of emails. I mean, so much spam happens, and it's a semi-government, so yes, it will be, attacked by so many spammers or hackers. So many of the messages are quarantined here and they end up here in my company. So here, obviously, not much coming here. So that's why. Okay. Now there was one thing here that we could have tested this, and the other thing is um, how to test quarantine in Exchange online quickly. I could say fastly. Release mail regarding. No, I don't want to release. I don't want to release. I want to capture. I check or exchange quarantine. Yeah. So how do I check quarantine of a shared mailbox? Yeah. How to test anti-spam policies and trigger quarantine. Oh, there you go. There you go. Microsoft actually has something. Let's go. In order to test anti-spam, I have created an anti-spam policy in Security Center, which applies for a certain user set set URL to dot base. Oh, there you go. It makes total sense here. Okay. Certain user using some site that ends with dot .biz. Excellent. Okay. God, we tested. So here you go. I try to create an anti-spam inbound policy in my tenant. Okay, I'm there. Let's do this. Uh, okay, I know where's anti-spam, so I'm just gonna duplicate that. We actually went through that last week, right? So we're gonna create an anti-spam policy, right? Policies and rules, right? Policies. One day, Monday or Sunday when it opens, anti-spam. Okay, I'll create another. So it was saying, he was saying inbound, right? Inbound policy. So anti-spam inbound policy and inbound to test quarantine. Yeah. So the plan is that we're gonna enable some. Yes, there you go. There's a user to whom the email will come and from. So include these users. So it's the currently logged in user. Mirror admin. I hope. Ugh, there are two Amr Shazads. Okay. So both, if I receive an email with .biz URL, so that message should be quarantined. That's what I'm aiming at, right? So next, and remember there was that we have gone through that. There were some type of domains that were URL to report. Oh, there you go. That was it. So on links to .biz.info websites. Simple, right? And what to do, what actions to take, right? So I'm going to go to that test. So it reminded me. It says that he says that in actions, select quarantine everywhere. Simple. Okay, that was good. Thank you, sir, for letting me know that. Next, I'll just go for move messages to quarantine. Go. Quarantine. Okay. Select quarantine policy, default policy, right? Verification. Notification enabled, notification enabled. Okay, everything is notification enabled. So that's a simple test here. Access with notification policy, default full access policy, admin only access policy. Okay, and quarantine message and notification quarantine message, default full access policy, notification quarantine message. I'm just doing for all scenarios quarantine, 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 and notification here. So I'll make sure that it quarantines retain spam in quarantine for this many days, 15 days. Yeah. Zap is okay. And yeah, so if any email comes to me um, and that has .biz or .info URLs, then should quarantine that. Actually, that's where it explains that. Yeah, this one is on, right? And it's going to land here. Any of the mailboxes. Create. Phew. Well, it'll work. Okay. So this is another anti-spam policy that I created inbound to test quarantine. This one is on now. And okay, hey quarantine message. We're expecting something now. Okay, I'm just gonna go to this guy here, Pradeep. I'm gonna send new email. I'm gonna put Amir admin here and test quarantine one. Now it's gonna be one actually, and it's test quarantine one, but http:// www dot some website dot biz, right? Well, not Bose, biz, and some website dot info. Just make sure that the rules are anti-spam rules are breached. Send. I hope the anti-spam rule catches it now, kind of thing. So it has been sent to my other mailbox, which is this here. And I'm gonna go to the quarantine section now if it implements that rule right away. Well, again, yeah, I'm expecting the results too soon. But it then should reach here. It should reach here if not there, right? Any one place it should reach. Um, but again, why am I expecting it too soon? Okay, let's read that article until they decide, until the spam tool kicks in and shows me I want to see that email being quarantined that I sent from this guy. And now it's inbound rule. It could be that the email, maybe it's expecting the email to be coming from outside and not from within the organization. This could be also something that could be, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Gmail uh, and okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this. I'm reaching my Gmail and okay, where do I get the email from the? Hey, I did create that. Yeah, this was not really what we were supposed to do to test, and that was not the. I mean, we have to create a separate mailbox, so sorry, forget that. Mailbox, go for admin, and just this is the mailbox, and um, yeah, here Was a test? Yeah, let me check that. Did he say? So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I was sending from. So I'm on the other screen and I'm sending from my Gmail now. Uh, test quarantine 2, and this is from Gmail, and I'm still putting the same two URLs that I sent. So I'll just put here. These URL I'm sending from Gmail to my account as well. So that would be from outside, and the rules should implement to that as well, right? So I've just sent it also. Okay. So, .biz and .info sites. There is this email that I sent from within the exchange, and there is an email that on the other screen I went to Gmail and I simply put that Amir admin again, this one, and in my Gmail, and then I put this as the body, and I sent it from there as well. Right? Now, either it should reach Amir admin here or it should reach quarantine. So from two mailboxes, I've sent that, and it's the okay. Is there anything that I missed? So yeah, I turned it on. Yeah, quarantine, 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 everything. Yeah, girls. Oh, 30 minutes. Wait, I was waiting for minutes. Another option might be mail flow rule with specific words in subject or body, but I don't see there any option. And does anyone know if I? Are you kidding me? Oh, what is this? It's questions and answers. Well, it was an attractive idea, but hey, what was the answer then? Traditional answers? Did somebody answer? Okay, maybe you don't know what's going on, but sign in to comment. Oh, that this is accepted answer. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, so somebody asked a question here, and then this was the answer, and this is what I did. Okay, 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 okay. So I'm okay. This then send emails from Gmail. Oh, he said from Gmail. Okay, so I did that too, and it ends with biz. I did that too, and that's how it should look like. This is the quarantine area, and this is the um, quarantine notification. So what we did is correct. It's just a matter of time before that email should actually land here and not here. Actually, it did land from who? Ouch. It landed from Gmail to my account. Okay, quarantine, you didn't work. Hello, quarantine, you didn't work. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna send one more email from um, I'm gonna send another one from Gmail now on the other screen. I'm doing that. So I am sending another one, the same account, and the anti-spam rule is not catching it. It's bad. So sad. That's bad. So sad. Uh, I sent another one, same test quarantine too. I think either it will appear here or anti-spam might start working. Are you kidding me? Really? It might appear here. Like another one exactly like this. So if I just make it rare, now there should be a new one, right? Ah, it appeared here, seriously. So anti-spam is not really working. Anti-spam is not really working right now. Not. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna keep it like this, and after some time, I'm gonna send one more, or two more, or three more, and I'm gonna check it out if it works. And so till then, I'm gonna pause the video, and then I'm gonna come back here and test it again. Maybe the rule takes time. Okay, guys. Oh, so I'm trying again now. Um, and I'm gonna send another email back to the same recipient from Gmail. And let's see. It's been some time, uh, unless there's some more configuration to be done for quarantine. I sent an email from Gmail to this email, and it's pretty much the same email with the these two sites. Let me check that anti-spam policy again. Is everything okay here? Uh, okay, it arrived again. The .biz and .info sites. So this means that something is okay. Well, is on, right? You know what? Numeric IP address. Let me turn that on. Let's go from these countries. From Canada. If the email comes from Canada, put it in quarantine. Contains specific language. Okay. I'll go for French. I have to then copy something from the translator and put French and sensitive words on. Like, I'm not gonna say anything bad. I don't know. What else I can check? Empty messages. Okay, on. So I'll send a variety of emails that are sure to break some rules. How about because it's from specific for specific users, right? It's a inbound. It was an inbound, right? Inbound policy, right? So how about like just go for English then, right? If it is English coming to those guys, then quarantine. Test modes options for when a match is made to a test. Yeah, it's advanced option. So yeah, I'm not testing. I've enforced it. So I've enabled some more options now. Um, okay. Well, I'm going to the other side. I'll be um, putting something. Okay, so it's gonna be English. Hi, how are you? And also, what was that? What was the other thing I enabled? Yeah, it's from Canada. Okay, already. So I'm in Gmail now, and I'm trying to break all the other rules that I put there. And what were the other rules again? I forgot. Sensitive words. Okay, I'll skip that. Bulk email, spam action, national languages, and region, international spam regions. Okay, so quarantine, everything, right? What else did I turn on? Okay, so I am fulfilling more uh, things that would. Okay, let me just put the priority, increase priority, right? Close. So it's priority 0, which is the most, lower the number, higher the priority. And I'm sending a Gmail that says, "Hi, how are you?" It is from Canada, yes. I'm not adding any sensitive word, and I have sent that email now. and the email should arrive here, or if the anti-spam is working, then oh, I got it. Oh, see, it actually worked for Pradeep and Justin Bieber. 902, 909. Hey, it was a matter of time. It was a matter of time. So it did work. I mean, like it's 10:49, 11 o'clock. I'm testing again. At 9:09, what emails were sent? They are quarantine. It is test quarantine one and the test quarantine. So it was working. It's just a matter of time before it arrived here, right? So good news. Finally, thank God. That was in the neck. So I'll be, ugh. Okay, so it's done. Yay! And what can you do with the quarantine when it arrives? You can release it, you can delete it, right? And you can preview message, view message headers, submit for review, block center, share email, download messages. So you can do all that. I can release it now. So release to all recipients, release to one or more of the original recipients of the email, send a copy of the message, not copy, send a copy of the message to the other recipients, submit the message to Microsoft to improve detection, false positive. Okay, so I'll just release this one from Pradeep. So that's what you can do, right? And once it is released, so Pradeep should get it. Okay, so that's it for quarantine. Please do try this at home. And oh, there's another email that needs review. So I did send multiple emails from Pradeep as well. So they're all coming up now here, coming up here. Yay, it works. Okay, I'm stopping the video here.